Having a cold sweat. And I'm like,
Hello everybody, it's me, Jasmine. It's really good to be back, and I am moving to Hawaii live from the airport. Here's what's going on. So, I moved away from Hawaii to be with my darling husband, as anybody who's been keeping up knows, to go to Ohio. But now back to Hawaii, currently live from the airport. It's crazy because I wanted to save money on my baggage fee, so the first thing that I did was layer a crazy amount of clothes all over my body. And actually yesterday, I'm not even exaggerating, my mom was there, my husband was there. I had this idea that if I layered like this much, I'm not even exaggerating, I looked like a potato. Then that would work. But then I felt like I was going to have a heat stroke, and I started seeing green and purple spots, and my mom thought that it would be a great time to have the heat on in the car. And then we actually got to the airport, and it turned out that the flight was moved to the next day. So that happened. Then basically what ended up happening was the next day we actually came here, and I did have some layered clothes. Now my clothes are currently not layered, I just have this dress on, but they were layered, and I actually have like a bunch of shirts under here and skirts. I'm not actually this fat, but they were a lot more layered. And then the checkout, the TSA, was 10 million times longer than I thought it would be, and we just made it. My husband dropped his Xbox while we were running. I went to the wrong gate, by the way. Part of this was because the TSA had to check my clothes and stuff separately, and we would have been there 30 minutes earlier, but then my dad actually was reorganizing everything in the car for half an hour while giving us a lecture on being on time, which is kind of ironic. And this is my husbando, Noah. Anyway.
Remember to be quiet for an airport.
All right. So, I know that I've been gone for a while, so there's probably not a lot of people here.
Nobody.
There's no one.
You gotta start somewhere.
But you gotta start back somewhere, Definitely bouncing back. Haven't given up on streaming. I was just in a crazy place when I went back to Ohio, and I had no internet or technology for a very long time.
I can fire up our main viewer base.
Oh, how's that?
The easiest place to
Do not go back to them. I can't stand them. SC, yes, SC. You guys know if I'm talking to you. If any of you trolls from SC want to mess with me, it's not going to work this time. I'm too fabulous for that.
South Carolina.
Too fabulous for that
Carolina.
shit. South Carolina.
We don't like people from South Carolina.
What is it about South Carolina?
SC, South Carolina.
Oh, right. South Carolina. Anyway, so, yeah, we're about to move to Hawaii. We're just waiting for the plane to take us there. We actually already took a plane to New York, and we're currently at New York, but we rode from Ohio, and now we got our tickets in our hand.
First time in New York.
Yeah, pretty much. I see that we have a viewer. Why don't you say hey? What?
East Coast.
Yes. I actually wanted to use this itinerary to meet EBZ because it was originally supposed to be in California, but they changed it. They changed my itinerary too, not just the day, last second, but they also changed the itinerary. And so I'm in New York now instead of meeting my friend like I wanted to.
Remember volume for an airport.
That's true. So there's that.
Is that? I hope you're doing good. Oh.
Hey, Rebella.
Hello.
Rebella, that's cute and clever. Hey, haven't seen you in a while.
Cute and clever, but what if they didn't come up with the name?
Anyway, so this is just the beginning to a huge bunch of adventures. We're going to Hawaii, Rebella. We're going to be exploring islands and streaming it. We're going to be going on hikes and streaming it. We're going to be checking out those places where there's 15 billion cats. And we're going to be starting our new life together here in Hawaii, and you guys can watch it all unfold over time. And hopefully this YouTube thing really kicks off, but we'll see. Thank you for being so loyal for all this time. I haven't streamed for a while.
How many
and I
subs
just
do you
wasn't.
have right now?
I only have 800. I went from 2,000 to 800, but I kind of expected that something like that would happen. I had no money, no technology, no internet. It was too much.
It's more than a lot can hope for.
Then I had to work at that one place that I had to work from the crack of dawn to practically midnight. Well, not actually midnight, but still.
It's more than a lot of people can.
I was practically enslaved at that garden place.
No.
Don't tell them
No,
the name of it
I'm
because I don't
talking-
want my coworkers to be harassed.
No, I mean I'm talking about
And then it got hit by a tornado.
it's hard to get. Not everyone gets 800 something subscribers even.
Yeah.
3 people now.
And a lot of people. No, it's just Rubella. A
No.
lot of people
Oh, wait, I read
give
it.
me that. Yeah, like a lot of people think that I've been in Hawaii, but actually I moved back to Ohio to marry this guy, and I did stream that too, but it was like, my streams can be kind of on and off, so maybe a lot of people didn't get that, but it's like, yeah, I actually have been in Ohio for a while now, and I'm just moving back to Hawaii, and I thought that I was going to have to wait 4 years to move back to Hawaii, but no, his old school was actually called Wright State, and thank you, and basically,
quite severe crash coming on.
I know, right? So basically what happened and why we're moving back to Hawaii, yeah, I'm married, beautiful.
Remember, don't
That's
annoy
the
other people
online
here.
guy.
Remember, don't annoy other people here.
Oh, I'm not. Anyway, so as I was saying, basically, the reason why we're moving to Hawaii now instead of 4 years from now as originally planned is because we were staying here for 4 years until Noah's school was finished. But Wright State didn't turn out to be all it was cracked up to be because they had a strike. His teachers didn't show up to class. It messed up Noah's grades terribly, and he just didn't trust going to school there anymore. He was like, what were your grades before the strike happened?
Excellent.
Excellent. Were they like A's? He was like, he got like, how many A's would you say he had?
Mostly.
He had mostly A's. He was a mostly A student, and then suddenly the strike happened, and then he just had F's in almost everything. And then Bo was like, and also it's putting me in debt. I could just go learn to be an electrical engineer partially at community college, much cheaper at Hawaii as a resident there anyway. So then we decided, after researching all of the different schools and everything in the different states, that Hawaii would be fine to go to now. So that's what we're doing, is we're going back. But I thought that I wasn't going to see the island for another 4 years, which is part of what killed my streaming inhibitions, because it's really different streaming adventures in Ohio than adventures in Hawaii. I know you do, baby. It's okay. Yeah,
I'm out of energy.
but like basically, we're moving to a tiny boarding house. We're going to be grocery store baggers, and we're going to work at the military commissary. Thank you. Oh, it seems like we have another viewer coming in on here. Hello to you too, ma'am, sir. How are you doing? Anyway, I'm just so excited. I don't know if you can tell. My phone is killing me. I wanted to stream from my phone and not my laptop, but basically what it ended up happening was my phone was like, you need to prove that this is actually your email. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, wait, that's the old phone that connected to email is lost in an oblivion. Try other tactic. I don't know the exact date that I made my Google account. I don't think anyone does. Try other tactic. I've also gained some weight from being in Ohio instead of running around an island. I don't know if you can see the chublessness. I hope I lose that weight. It's just beautiful chins galore. Anyway, why don't I walk you guys around a little bit?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a
Oh wait, how much power do I have on my laptop? Do I have a good amount? Yeah, I have 20%. This is getting a little buffery, but I'm going to... Oh, actually, I'm not going to show you guys the gate. Nuh-uh, I heard the bad things happen from that. Not that I don't like you guys. You wrote, you will, no big deal, didn't even notice. Thank you. I'm glad. Because I didn't want people to be like, oh, Jasmine gave up. What the hell, Jasmine? Please don't tell me that after your job got hit by a tornado and you got fired and all this shit happened and then you ended up leaving the place that you call home and love the most, and then your husband's grades went to complete shit. You went into an extreme depression working from the crack of dawn to nighttime in some kind of... Anyway. I'm happy now. My life has turned for the better. So I'm going to take you guys to a place that I thought looked pretty interesting. And my husband is pretty much passing out. He's the guardian of the luggage right now. One of the first things that I'm probably going to do in Hawaii is take my husband to this beach that was the first beach that I went on as a baby when I moved there the first time, the first beach that I went on as an adult when I moved there the second time, and now it will be the first beach we go on the third time. And the first beach my husband will go on. And it's very calm because my husband's not quite used to the waves. Like, moi, who, by the way, is an excelente swimmer. So it's very calm water for beginners. And it's pristine and beautiful. I hope that you guys keep up, because if you want to see some Hawaii adventures after we get there and all that, you better keep getting on there, seeing the new life unfold. Okay, everybody, cadets, are you ready? We're flying. We're flying ourselves somewhere else. What is this? What does this mean? Oh no. Anyway, so there's this place called the Halikoa that, oh wow, look at that. New York! Hello, New York City! Crazy. Look at that. It's like a fake airplane, but it's half of one. Hello. So basically, there was this one point when me and my husband were in Florida, and we ended up getting stuck in a boat in a river. We were floating down the river in a boat that we were trying to paddle, and then we ended up actually having to get off the boat in someone else's yard. And then my dad had to come and rescue us by climbing over the rocks, and then we had to paddle the boat back. But it was a really strong current that we had to go against. And then I found out that water actually had sharks, and this was in Florida. We were in Jacksonville, Florida, to be exact. And it's very different than Hawaii. It's weird because I'd have to say that Jacksonville, Florida is kind of like the brine between the tropics and the